You must be the top 10%, the top 10 percentile, especially as a man. All the women want the top 10%, all the money goes to the top 10%, all the status goes to the top 10%. You cannot be a normal man anymore.
When it comes to life, it's easy to keep winning. You have to keep the momentum up, right? It's hard to get going, but once you get going, you have to keep it up. So just make sure you never lose it. Don't fall off. Don't do anything stupid. It's pretty easy to win if you never lose, and you'll be fine. I start making a lot of money when I was maybe 27, 28. But my life was always on track, bro. I never had a big mistake. I never had a bad period and had to reform. I never made any large mistakes. I did the right thing every single day, day after day. I knew what I was supposed to do. I think the universe is very giving, and if you're the kind of person who turns up on time and works hard and does what they're supposed to do and is never lazy, then it's always going to give you what you want. I've yet to see somebody who tries their best to get something and genuinely gives it their all and doesn't get it. I've never seen it. So I think you can have anything you want in the world. It's just a matter of whether you truly want it or you want to say you want it. And also, I think it's player versus player out here in the world. Every dollar you want, every girl you want, every car you want, somebody else wants. And we're fortunate that a lot of people talk about wanting things, and I think a lot of people are brutally lazy. You can outwork 95% of people by just simply working harder. You'll have anything. You can have anything.
But as a man, you must go through a process of discovering what is true and what is false about the world, and developing absolute and utter competency so you can outcompete other men. Don't you wake up and think, how do I become the best man on the planet? Don't you wake up and look at yourself deep in your own eyes in the mirror and say, how do I become the most fearsome competitor on the face of the planet? How do I become that guy nobody wants to compete against? I don't think anything good in life happens by accident. If you find a person who's in fantastic shape and you say to them, how did you get in such good shape? They very rarely say, oops, I don't know, it just came to me. They say, I had to get up and plan for it and train specifically and eat specifically and do specific things to end up looking this way. They had to try very hard for it. Don't say, oops, I just got rich, it was an accident, I don't know. You just said you're a normal man. Let me explain something. The normal man is not acceptable in this hyper-competitive world. Normal means in the middle. Middle is not good enough. You must be the top 10%, the top 10 percentile, especially as a man. All the women want the top 10%, all the money goes to the top 10%, all the status goes to the top 10%. You cannot be a normal man anymore. Perhaps 50, 60 years ago, you could be a normal man with a normal job, have a normal life, and a normal wife, and a normal house, and a normal car, and be happy. But the world we are now living in is proving that being a normal man is nothing more than slavery. They've just proven it to all of us. Listen to me carefully. They just proved it in these last 3 years of this imaginary fucking garbage they were fucking locking us all up for. Being a normal, law-abiding citizen with a normal income and a normal wage, and one passport and a normal wife is going to leave you depressed. Sooner or later, she's going to leave you and end up fucking suicidal and miserable. Only men on this earth who are happy in the modern world of hyper-competitiveness are exceptional individuals. And every single woman wants them. The famous, rich, super important, tall, strong, fucking handsome, top G's. Being a normal dude ain't gonna cut it. You know the problem with being a normal dude? I'll tell you the problem. If you're a normal guy, your chick fucks normal guys. Guess what that means? It means everyone's competition. The guy who delivered your pizza might just take your bitch. Is that the life you want to live? No. Don't focus on the girl, focus on yourself. If you're worried about the girl and not worried about yourself, you're gonna be wasting time and energy, right? It's easy, if you had to win a race, Abraham Lincoln said it. If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 5 hours sharpening my axe. It's the same with nearly everything in life. The better you become as a man, the easier everything else becomes. We're all on a continuous journey for self-improvement, and if you try your absolute best every single day, then you don't have to look at what's bad about yourself. It's not about where you currently are, it's about where you're headed. The path I'm headed on is the same path that I've always been headed on. I've never made any large mistakes in my life. I've never been the guy who was a drug addict and went to rehab, or the guy who was depressed and became better. I've always been the person who woke up every day, did what he was supposed to do, tried his hardest, was honest, never lied, was on time, worked hard, and got exactly where I wanted to be in life, and now the entire world is mine. I'm the most stupid person on the planet with hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm the top G. And the way I am headed, I'm going to do nothing but continue my ascent into absolute achievement. This is who I am as a person because of my daily habits. So I can sit and say, yeah, there's some areas of me I would like to improve, but I know that that's going to happen naturally during the course of my life because I don't take mistakes, I don't take days off, I don't lay in bed, I don't eat shit food, I don't do any of that crap. Every single day is a day where I become a tiny bit better. And as that compounds across my life, I'm going to die as the greatest human, greatest individual to have ever lived on the planet. Relationships between people is always going to be a value exchange. There's no such thing, unless you're being used like a fool, of you having all the value and the people next to you having no value to add to your lives. Even the friends you talk to, they make you laugh, so they give you value, right? So by extension, How do you get good people around you?